Hello the internet! So you want to know how to make this kind of GPS overlay to your videos? Let me show you how to do it. It's actually pretty simple. As far as I know, there's only few softwares which can do it, and I'm using this Garmin Virp Edit because it's free. You don't need to have any Garmin devices to use this. You just need your videos in MP4 format and your GPS data as a FIT or GPX file. Then import your video clip to the timeline and import your GPS data here in this G-Metrics menu. Now we already can see some overlay here, as you can see, but usually the GPS data is not synced to the video correctly because maybe your camera's time setting is not exactly correct. So first you have to sync the data to the video with this sync option available here. Let's find a spot from the video which I can find from the map. So here's this intersection. Let's try to place the camera in the middle of that intersection. Like this. Then from the map window, let's find the same intersection and let's place the red dot in the middle of it, like this. So now it's synced. Then you can start to customize the meters shown on the screen. For example, here we can find more meters based on what data you have recorded, like for example different kinds of power meters. When you have found what you like, then just drag and drop the meter on top of the video like this. Then you can adjust the size and rotation and change colors like this. The color selection seems to affect to all meters on the screen. When you have found your settings, you can save it as a preset. For example, I've saved this preset here, which you have actually seen before on my videos. Then here on the timeline you can do some basic edits, and when you have done that, then just export the file. By the way, do you find this helpful? If so, then please click the like button below the video. Also there's this thanks button if you feel that you want to send me some money. With these basic editing features, this software is probably just enough for most people to edit their videos. But for me, this is just too basic. I like to edit my videos in Final Cut Pro. So basically I use this just to add the overlay to some of the clips and then edit the actual video in Final Cut Pro. But I don't like the fact that I have to export the clips from the Virp Edit to some lower quality video file. I want to preserve the quality of the original video file throughout the whole editing process. And now we are, by the way, getting into some more advanced stuff. So I've tried few different solutions. I've tried to add the overlay on top of a green background video and then use the keyer in Final Cut to delete the green screen effect. That way the video quality is preserved, but the quality of the overlay is just horrible, as you can see. So the best solution I found is to select this checkbox in the Virp Edit export window. This creates a sequence of PNG images of your overlay. So basically it will create a transparent PNG file for every frame of the video, containing only the overlay data. There's just one problem. This software is old and not updated recently. The last update is, I think, it's from 2018 or something like that. So it's not very well optimized for this kind of new Mac which I have. So exporting those PNG files takes forever. For example, when I exported the files from my recent commuting video, the raw video was something like almost 40 minutes long. It took something like 6 hours to export those PNG files from the Virp Edit, so it's super slow. I can't recommend to use this software for that kind of long projects. But if you know some better solution, which is also free, let me know in the comment section. But now I have this folder full of PNG files. How to make it into video? Well, we can use the FFmpeg tool to encode it into a video file. This is a command line tool, so I have to open my terminal here. And first make sure that you are in the folder where your PNG files are. And then use this command to encode the PNG files into a video. I'll put this command into the video description so you can copy it if you like. I also try to explain more how it works over there as well. But basically this tells the FFmpeg to take the PNG files and export them to ProRes 4444 video file, because that format has alpha channel, so the transparency is preserved. And now, well, let's see if it works. This FFmpeg is, by the way faster than the Virp Edit. It's much better optimized, so creating this video file doesn't take awfully long. And here we have the new video in the same folder as the PNG files. Then you can just import the transparent overlay video to your editing software like this. And by the way, you can use the lower quality export from the Virp Edit to help synchronize the GPS data here in your editing software. And when you have done that, then you can just replace the low quality film with the new transparent overlay video, like this. And now we can see that the video quality and the overlay quality is as good as it can be. So that's how to do it in the hard way. But the quality of the video will be much better. So now if you want to see how it actually looks, you can go watch this commuting video, which I mentioned before. It's full of GPS overlay. But anyway, I think that's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.